Welcome back to Mongoose Traveler 2nd Edition update for 2022. Today, we are going to talk about random encounters. Now, what is a random encounter? How random is it? Is it random per system? Is it random space, not space? Or is it per ecosystem or whatever? I don't know. We're going to find out right after this.
We welcome all people, regardless of background, belief, or identity, to play tabletop role-playing games. Let's engage our imaginations, pull a veil over reality, and immerse ourselves in fantastic worlds. Don't be a disruption at the table, and always remember, it's just a game. The charity we support is the Wounded Warrior Project, a national, nonpartisan organization whose mission is to honor and empower wounded warriors. Please refer to the description below for the link to where you can make your hopefully tax-deductible donation. Join us Thursday and Saturday evenings on twitch.tv/legionofmyth to watch Heathen Dog and his team of dirty casuals play multiplayer games for your mockery and enjoyment. Here on our YouTube channel, you can watch these game-related segments live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time, or check out the Friday night stream where our panel of guests opine, comment, and editorialize on the TTRPG hobby as a whole. Please leave us a comment with your thoughts and experiences. If you enjoy our gaming content, please be sure to subscribe to Legion of Myth.
All right, and here's the cover. Beautiful cover, like I've said before. And let's move on to random encounters, which is right here. These random encounter tables are settled planets, cover a wide cross-section of society, and can be used by referees in emergencies or when the travelers do something unexpected. Encounters should be adjusted based on the culture and technology of the planet. The referee should roll for a new encounter every 6 hours on average, more often if the travelers are moving great distances or attracting attention. All right, didn't tell us a whole lot. Starport encounters, awesome. Go ahead and give me 2 rolls.
All righty, here we go. Got us. 63.
63. Government officials investigate the characters. That's never a good plan. That's never good. No, that's never good. Roll again.
I don't want to. 61.
Pickpocket tries to steal from the travelers. Oh, how outstanding. Okay, all right. Now, from what I'm gathered, because that's all for Starport, and then it goes to rural encounters, and then it goes to urban encounters. So this is it. It's not giving the game master a whole lot, but you don't need a whole lot. These aren't adventures. These are encounters. They happen, you deal with them, and you move on. You move on to the regular campaign, the regular adventure at this point. This is flavor. And, catching a pickpocket trying to snatch your credits. Well, what do you do with this pickpocket? Is this pickpocket a kid? Is it a woman? Is it a homeless man? Do you just take him around the corner and tune him up a little bit behind the shed or whatever? Or do you give him a stern talking to and send him on his way? That will define your presence with the people around you in this new place, in this starport. Are people going to think you're a bad guy, you're trouble, or they're going to think you're a good guy or whatever, and they may, like you better or like you worse, depending on how you handle that encounter. Let's see what happens with the rural encounters. Let's see, give me another double D6 on this one.
65. What is with all these 60s, man? The high numbers usually bad in this game.
Yeah, ruined structure. You found ruins. You stumbled across ruins. Now,
it's that rickety bridge that I'm going to fall and crash 1,000 feet into the ground. No, I'm not going. I quit.
Well, Indy's not going in, right? That's what happened. But your traveler group could make a choice. Go into the structure, search it. Is it going to have anything? That's up to the referee.
To be fair, though, in all honesty, I actually like the idea of the ruined structure because you can play the environment against the characters, and if you know, I said against the characters, yes. And if you know anything about me, I like survival games. I like games where player characters are thinking their way through, not just walking in like it's a computer game. And so I love this conceptually without making it boring for them.
Right, and you as the game master could use this fortuitous thing to put some kind of plot device in this ruined structure, something the characters will need later on for the actual adventure. Is it protected by traps? It's up to you too. I don't know. Sure. I'd say sure. Why not? All right. How about urban encounters? Roll it up.
Oh, yeah. 34.
34. Random character bumps into a traveler. Now, who is this random character? It's up to the referee. Is he necessary to the story? Maybe, maybe not. Is he another pickpocket?
Red herring.
Maybe, maybe not. Is he a red herring? Probably. Or is he someone running from someone else and you happen to be in the wrong place at the right time? Do you help him? He bumps into you. He doesn't say, I'm sorry. He just runs. He's sweating. He's looking around like he's frantic. You're like, what the hell's up with this guy? And then you turn back around and there's 3 thugs who you deem to be chasing him. Now, do you get involved? It's up to you. It's up to the travelers. No, I wouldn't either, but it's up to the travelers.
Looks
right?
dangerous.
But this is a small little mini encounter. That's it. You either take care of it or you don't. Do you rough up the ruffians, and maybe the guy will give you a reward or something, or maybe you back the wrong horse and this guy is a thief, and these ruffian looking guys are actually just security trying to get back what he stole. It's up to the referee what happens. But these aren't it's not supposed to have impact throughout the entire adventure, just right now. So that's pretty good. I wonder if they have anything else. No, they don't. That is
wow.
it. 3
That's
only.
surprising, because Traveler usually has lots of, at least that I remember, Traveler anyway, used to have lots of charts.
That's it. Those are your random encounter tables. Starport, rural, and urban. And that's it. Now, it's very simple, and these 3 options will work 90% of the time. But in the 10% of the time it doesn't, well, then the referee is going to, have to think
now
of
these first of all, these charts aren't the ultimate be all of anything. You can go by. I mean, I have books behind me in a shelf that's above what you see here that would have 1,001 more starport encounters.
Right. Exactly.
So, but it's a good starting point, and as Heathen Dog showed, they're effective.
Yeah, it works. I mean, these are not meant to take an entire day, an entire game day to complete. They're one-off encounters. They'll be done in an hour, and then you'll either you'll have a little bit of something, or a little bit lost a little bit of something. That's pretty much it. It's not supposed to kill the party. It's not supposed to put the party in a long-term jam or anything like that. It's just flavor.
It could, though.
It could. I mean, if the players really screw up.
Well, I know you run more railroady, and don't freak out, guys, when I say that, but he runs a more railroady game than I do. I run a more sandboxy game than he does. So something like this, I could see could potentially, not that it has to, turning into something more long-term, where for him, it'd be more, would you call it a distraction?
Yes. It's flavor added to the adventure you're already on. That's what this is for me. And if we look back at our last video, where we talked about patrons and missions, where it gave you all these mission ideas, those are actual whole day adventures, right? That's what they're for. Maybe a couple of days of game days, of play days. Whereas the encounters are supposed to be small, quick one-offs in the middle of an actual adventure. And that's why it is so bare bones, because it's not supposed to be super fleshed out in any way, shape, or form. It's supposed to be, oh, you did this, you did that. Okay, now move on.
Man, I prepared for this 6-hour session, and we're 3 hours into it, and they've already accomplished everything I prepared. Oh, a drunken crew fight at the bar. All right, well, that'll take 3 hours to resolve.
Not in
Traveler, but yeah.
Bar fights or something, right? It happens all the time. You had a successful mission. You're drinking. You're like, yay, we got paid. And then someone's like, oh, you got paid, huh? Let's see it. Well, I don't think I'm gonna do that, friend. Oh, I'm not your friend, pal. I'm not your pal, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, pal. Okay, that was a little weird, but okay.
Little reference there, but it's okay. We can move on.
But yeah, so the encounters are meant to add flavor, a little bit of tension maybe for a little while, but doesn't seem to be meant to impact the overall adventure or campaign as a whole. So what do we have for some start comments?
A whole bunch of people talking about champions, but I also have this. These wouldn't take too much to generate some more tables. That's true. As we like to say, get the brain juices flowing.
Yeah. I mean, if you as a referee are having trouble coming up with some one-off stuff, just roll randomly on these tables a couple times, and one's going to stick to you. I'm like, oh, I can make something out of that. And there you go.
And we cannot leave a segment without having a Palladium reference. Whew, we made it. I want to use this in my Phase World game. And it's good.
Yeah, completely fine. These are generic enough to where they should fit into most space-based games. I mean, military vessel arrives or departs. Cargo hauler arrives or departs. Servant robot offers to guide travelers around the spaceport. These are all things that could happen in a whole lot of high-tech games. So these are useful. That's great. That's a great idea. But that is it. That is it for random encounters. I like how Traveler was, I wouldn't say stingy with the mustard or anything, but they simplified it to the point where you can do it pretty much anytime. And I like that.
All right.
Throw up our subscribe button.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm focused on chat right now. Yeah, please like, subscribe, and share.
There it is. Be nice, guys.
And look in the description of the video to find ways you can support Legion of Myth or join us and talk to us about games on other venues.